Hi guys, so I just did a stories video that should already be up, but I just thought of another story that I wanted to share with you guys. A lot of things happened to me in 8th grade that were very unusual, very, my life is like a movie. And I wanted to share these two other stories that also correlate. Like the first one that I shared with you guys. If you guys haven't seen it, I'll put a link somewhere up here so you guys can watch it. So I don't even know where to start, so I'll just start with the first thing that happened and then what led to that eventually. The first part of the story is very strange and is very confusing. If anyone out there can explain what, I don't think you guys can, because obviously it's my version and I'm confused. So I'm just going to tell you guys what happened. Okay, first of all, in 8th grade, we were all part of little groups. Like the 8th graders were divided into leaderships and stuff like that. So I was in team Unity, and then there was like, it was basically like the Hunger Games. Like we all had factions. And that meant we each had like a little core area, and all our teachers were like divided, and we basically all stayed in one group. Whoever was in that team or whatever, we're all in the same group, and we would go to the same English, math, whatever. Which really sucked for me because I had just made friends a year before, and all my friends were in a different like team or whatever, and I was stuck in by myself in this one. So anyways, that's just like a little basis of the story. So there was this one girl. I never really had any bad interaction, any good interaction. She was just a girl I had in my class. I actually thought she was like nice. She was cool. Like I don't, like I said, we didn't really talk, but she was like okay. For the basis of the story, let's just call her Curly because she had curly hair. This one time we were playing a game in math, of all things. And I remember I was like up in the board and we were doing like an equation. We each had a team. I had guessed an answer, and it was wrong. And she was a part of the other team, so I don't even know why this is important. But so I had to raise the question, and then the teacher was like, "Oh, okay, now the other team goes blah 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 blah," because we had gotten it wrong. And so she out of nowhere, she just asked, "Who guessed that? Who guessed that? Who said that or whatever?" Like my answer, and cause I was up there writing, but I didn't like, it wasn't like whoever was giving the answer was up there. Like my team could have answered, but I don't think anybody had the answer. I don't even know what the hell the game was, so I'm not even gonna try to explain it. So this girl is asking who answered that? Who answered that? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I did. Like, what? You know? I didn't say what, okay? Because that's going to sound like I was already starting to fight. I wasn't. So all I said is like, oh, I did. Like, you know? And she's like, why? Like, why did I answer that? And I was just like, I don't know. And then she's like, it was stupid. And I was like, well, you're stupid. Because I don't know. Like, I literally was like, I had very little friends and I had no spine. I don't even know how I walked in 8th grade because I had no spine whatsoever. So I was not starting a fight with this girl. I can't even believe I had said this. At the time, I thought we were playing around. Oh, you're stupid. And then she was like, oh, you're stupid. In my mind, but I think in her mind, it was like, you're stupid. No, you're stupid. No, you're. So we went back and forth like that. No joke. I think like about 5 different times. I was like, well, you're stupid. And she's like, no, you're stupid. Like literally back and forth. I don't know what the hell the teacher was doing. And he didn't even like know who had said it, because I remember he turned around and I was already back in my seat and like we were still going at it, and the teacher's like, stop, settle down everyone. He knew it was her because she had a big mouth and she was like, I think still going at it. And he's like, stop, do you want to go to the principal's? And she's like, why do you have to tell me? Why are you just telling me? It was not me, I didn't start it. Like she was going off, and I was like, oh my God. Teacher's like, you need to settle down, I'm gonna write you up. And then like she's like, well then write me up. And he's like, and who was the other person? And I'm like, I literally wanted to disappear so bad. Of course, when he asked that, everyone is like, turns to me, because of course everybody else knew it was me. And I just said, I was like, it was me. And he kind of looked at me like surprised because like I said, I'm not a troublemaker. I don't think we went to the principal's office. I think he just wrote us up. The next morning comes, and they call me to the principal's office, and I'm like, oh my god, I've never even met the principal because I'm a good student. I walk into the principal's office, and she's already there, and I'm like, oh lordy. The principal's like, okay, so do you guys want to explain what occurred? What happened? Nothing. Like, I don't really know why we're here and stuff like that. And then she's like, so you weren't trying to fight with Curly? And I was just like, I started laughing, like not like to be mean, but I just thought it was like so ridiculous. As soon as I said no, or like I laughed or whatever, this girl, y'all are not even gonna guess what she did. She started crying, like tears flowing. She might as well have just been like, wah, 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 wah. Basically, that's how she was. She just was bawling, and I was just like, oh my god. Obviously, I have underestimated this whole damn fucking thing. Sorry for my language, sorry. I don't know. So she was just crying. She was just like, you see, Bess? She's not owning up to anything. And I was like, oh my god, this girl's acting like I've been bullying her. I literally feel like something happened to her in her home, and she was taking it out on me because she knew I had no spine, and it's not like I was gonna kick her butt. And the principal was just like, oh honey, here's some tissue, like totally sympathetic to her. The principal just like, I mean, she kind of knew what happened because like I guess the teacher wrote like he just heard two girls saying stupid or whatever. So she was just like, you can't use that kind of language, and you guys should be nicer to each other, and blah 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 blah. And then she's like, do you have anything else to say? And I was like, no, I am sorry. The fuck. Like I remember like saying sorry, and she was like, she doesn't even mean it. The principal was like, okay, can you say it again with like, you know, that you like meaning it? And so I was like, I am sorry, I didn't mean to cause this. She finally was like, okay. So then she like let me go, and she's like, okay, whatever, you can go back. But she stayed with her. She stayed talking to her. Like I said, I think the girl had problems in the house. I don't know. So that was the end of the first story. Fucked up, messed up, don't know the hell that was about. I don't know. But ever since then, that girl had resentment towards me, and I did nothing. It was the dumbest fight in the world. And since then, that like she didn't like hate me, but like she wasn't like trying to kick my butt after that, but she definitely like gave me looks, and like she was just not my fan. And it was okay because I wasn't her fan because of her. I went to the principal's office, so that was not cool because literally that's the once and only time I went to the principal's office because of her. So here comes the next story where I guess she got payback. We were in Spanish class, of course, the same group of people, and we're taking a Spanish test. And so we're taking a Spanish test, and people start like laughing all around me, and I'm like, the hell? But she was like, settle down. This girl I had made friends with, that I sat next to in every single class. I was like, what? Like, what's going on? Like, why is everybody? She's like, look at number 7. Look at number 7. And I was just like, so then I read number 7, and so there's this word in Spanish. To this day, I promise you, I have no idea what the heck this word means. I don't know, but it is basically, in Spanish, condom is condón. Well, this was spelled exactly like, except for one letter. The last letter, instead of an N for condom or condón in Spanish, it was an R. So the word was condor. Don't know what the hell that word means. I read it, and like at first I see condom, and I was like, oh my, like I started laughing too because I was immature. And I thought it was funny. I was like, oh my God, this teacher put condom in the test. This teacher put condom in the test. Oh my God. So my camera died. I had to charge the battery. So now you guys don't see the sun. The sun's gone down. But I need to finish the story, obviously. So everybody was snickering and laughing, including me. I take a second look at the word. I realized it's not condom. It's, one letter short of condom, but it is not condom. So then I turned to my friend. I'm like, it's not condom. She's like, oh, I know. It's just funny because it's okay. This teacher, he did that thing where he gets all the papers and he, passes it around, and then the students, grade each other or whatever. And we get to question 7. He goes ahead and he says where it should be divided by the syllables and where the accent should be if there was accent. The room is set up so that I am in the front row. Like, I'm in the front row, but there's like, obviously there's rows behind me. We're facing this way. Well, there's another set of rows in front of me, but they're facing this way. So it's like a whole classroom, but we're facing each other. Just for the purpose of the story, you kind of have to know that. So, directly diagonal from me is Curly, the girl from the first story. So she's sitting across from me, and as we're about to move on, she raises her hand. The teacher was right in front of her. She didn't even need her to raise her hand. But anyways, and she's like, "Sir, what if somebody wrote condom wrote condom instead of whatever the hell the word it was?" And the teacher's like, the teacher goes on for a full-on 5-minute panic attack. If he was a robot, he would just be there melting down, oh my God, abort, control alt delete, oh my God, what am I supposed to do? He just stood there frozen, twitching, he had no idea what the hell to do. And as soon as she finishes her question, everybody's like, oh my God, and people start laughing. And even me, I'm like, somebody actually wrote condom on the exam. Oh my God, how embarrassing. And then, as the teacher's still having a panic attack over there, trying to formulate what he should do, somebody from my side, I believe, of the class asks, whose paper is it, to the girl? And the Curly, she doesn't have to look, but the two people sitting next to her obviously look at the paper to read whose it was. It has happened to me in slow motion. In my mind, I promise you, I remember it being in slow motion. So they're looking at the paper, and then they're looking up, and at the same time she's turning her head the same time as them in my head. Okay, that's how I remember it. And she's like, Roxanne. Obviously that was a slow-mo for you, but she did it kind of bitchy. I'm not gonna lie. She did something Roxanne, with attitude and everything. I wanted to die. Everybody's turning around. Everybody's laughing. They're like, oh my God, ooh, you're an idiot. They didn't say that, but that's how I was thinking, because obviously I was an idiot because I put condom in the exam. And even my friend, Christella, was like, oh my God, Roxanne, you wrote condom in the exam. And I'm they're oh, nobody look at me, please. Nobody look at me, please, no. The classroom was a riot. Not really, but everybody was laughing. People were standing up, even from my side. Thanks, guys. You guys do not have my back. Got up to go look at my paper because they wanted to see this fascinating exam where I wrote condom on the exam. Mind you, the teacher is still in shock. But as soon as he sees more people are getting up and everybody's still laughing and everybody's still looking at me and I'm red as a freaking tomato, he kind of snaps and he's like, guys, settle down, go back to your desk. The teacher just moves on nothing even happened. He just goes on, okay, the next question. But of course, Curly was not gonna let that happen. She's like, but sir, what do I do about question 7? You know, she wrote condom. People already know you do not have to say it again. So the teacher is like, again, for like a split second, he goes back into like, oh, like, I don't know mode. And he's just like, just make sure to section off how I said, and that the accent's right. The teacher just wanted to move on. He did not want to like talk about it. I promise you, if that teacher was recycling his exams, the next year that freaking question was not on the exam. I promise you that. He was having a heart attack, a panic attack. Like, if he was the one being embarrassed, and I'm like, I'm the one being embarrassed. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, set all these people down. They're looking at me. They're like laughing. Got my back of my exam. I think I passed. I believe I did pass it. I got that question wrong, as I should, I guess. I was mortified. Like, that was so embarrassing. And I would love to say that was like the only embarrassing thing that happened to me in 8th grade, but it wasn't. I have another more embarrassing, more sick and twisted. I had a big time bully at the time that like currently was like a soft kitty compared to my actual bully in 8th grade. But that's for another time, for another story. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys liked it and enjoyed my humiliation. Thumbs up and subscribe if you're new to my channel. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. What's going on? And as soon as I turn, it explodes. Oh my God. Like, literally, as I'm turning, it explodes right in my face. And within seconds, I am bleeding everywhere, from my hands, from my feet, from my face specifically, gushing blood.